For 2 years, every night before bed, I found myself looking at the same photo. Not because there was something terrifying in it, but because each time I looked, I was sure I had remembered it differently the time before. 3 years ago, my girlfriend Sarah and I drove up to a cabin in the woods near Cedar Falls, Oregon. We both needed to escape Los Angeles for a while. I've always had a good memory. Phone numbers, birthdays, whose turn it was to pay for dinner, I never forgot. Sarah, on the other hand, had her camera out all the time. She took pictures of everything, and I was her favorite subject. The first afternoon, we walked a dirt trail winding through the pines. She kept snapping photos of me, and I gave her the same fake smile I always did. That night, we were curled up on the couch, scrolling through the day's shots, when her finger suddenly stopped. She frowned. I zoomed in. About 60 feet behind me, a dark silhouette stood in the middle of the trail. No clear face, but it looked like he was staring straight into the lens. I laughed. Relax, it's just some local. Sarah didn't laugh. She just kept staring at the screen. Then she muttered, "Yeah, probably." The next evening, she took more photos. When we got back to the cabin, she sat in silence, scrolling through them, her face pale. I walked over. The same man was there again. Same distance, same dark clothes, in every single shot of me. I tried to force myself to sound calm. Maybe he was just messing with us. Then Sarah said something that burrowed into my brain like a splinter. But there isn't a single photo of me with him in it. It's like he was only watching you. A few weeks before that trip, during a stupid argument, Sarah had joked, "Alex, you always remember things with the wrong details." That night, I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking about the faceless silhouette, thinking about how someone everyone knew for his memory was suddenly doubting his own eyes. We drove home the next morning without really talking about it. While packing, Sarah asked, "Should I delete them?" "No," I said. "Keep them." 2 years passed. We got married. Life went back to normal. I didn't. At night, while Sarah slept, I'd creep into the living room and pull up the photos. It was 2:20 a.m. once when I locked my phone for the 5th time and set it on the coffee table. I walked to the kitchen for water. When I came back, the same photo was open again. I couldn't remember if I'd opened it myself or if it had never closed. Every time I zoomed in, I thought, if I could just sharpen 2 more pixels, maybe I'd recognize his face. One night, the only light in the house came from the refrigerator. I heard Sarah's bare feet on the tiles. I locked my phone immediately. "Are you looking at those photos again?" she asked. "No," I lied. That same night, I created a hidden backup folder on my laptop. Eventually, I decided to send the photo to my friend Brad, a photographer. I typed and deleted the message 10 times. Once I wrote, "Does it look like there's someone standing behind me?" and erased it immediately. In the end, I just sent the image and typed, "Lighting okay?" Hours later, he replied, "Just zoomed in. It's some hiker behind you, nothing weird. Why are you so hung up on this?" That night, for the first time in 2 years, I slept peacefully. The next morning, the first thing I did was open the photo again. I zoomed in. The man was still there. But I was no longer sure this was the same image I'd sent Brad the night before. Not that the photo had changed, I just couldn't remember exactly what I had sent him. My memory, even for something that happened 12 hours ago, was rewriting itself. A few nights ago, I deleted all the photos and the backup. Sarah was in the bedroom. I could hear her breathing. Then, a few days ago, I finally decided to ask her. That night, while she was washing dishes, the sound of water hitting the plates was the only thing holding my nerve together. "Do you remember that trip to Oregon?" I said. She smiled. "Yeah, it was beautiful." I suddenly realized how cold my hands were. "That man in the photos." Sarah paused. The water kept running. She looked at me for a few seconds before she smiled, confused but not scared. "Yeah, I remember. But I never understood one thing. I wasn't the one who showed you that photo. You were obsessed with it from the very first night. I didn't even notice it until you came to me and pointed it out. After that, I didn't ask anything else. But that same night, when Sarah was asleep, I wanted to ask her why she deleted the photos. Then I remembered. I was the one who deleted them. Only, I still can't remember why I made a backup before I deleted them."